and like me, who get tired of helping people and watch them dog you out.
You know, I never knew I would know a prince and a princess. That wasn't even what that was about. What I was reaching out to her for was because they were giving her hell. Right. And a lot of it was because she was a black woman. Absolutely. And I flat out, no denying it, I completely knew that. And I wanted to reach out and let her know that there was somebody there for her. Mm-hmm. And I sent her a note, and not expecting anything to come of it. And she said, thank you so much. And that was it. And a couple of years later, we started talking, and she was able to talk. And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we were able to talk, and she was telling me some of the things that were going on. And I'm just so proud of where they are now, because I'm gonna tell you something. Those two people love each other. Mm. I don't care what anybody says, I'm seeing it up close, and you can't fool me. Yeah, I got the Holy Ghost. Okay. You can't fool me. I know what's real. They really genuinely love each other. So I'm just so happy to see where they are now. But
you're describing, Harry, is called being high. I mean, it brings new meaning to your highness. Exactly. I think that this is a big name, your highness.
You see, you really see now she's out of things, and it's her own fault because she's taking it too far, and people can see through her.
Poor old Meghan, in terms of this lavish wedding in Venice. Would love to be there myself, by the way. I didn't make the guest list either. But Meghan will be dying a bit inside over this, no doubt about it.
Is this Prince Harry's most damaging moment yet?
Other news today, more drama for Prince Harry and wife Meghan. They had their HRH titles scrubbed from the royal family's website.
Prince Harry, this is probably one of the worst few months of his life.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
We all know the divorce is imminent. Things are not well in Montecito. Yeah. I'm just calling it now. It's on my card for 2025.
Oh, you say this is the year they divorce?
It's in my celebrity death pool, this marriage.
Prince Harry didn't just fly to the UK. He disappeared. No palace summons, no press plans, just gone. Sources say even royal insiders were confused. This wasn't about duty. It was personal, urgent, and all signs point to one man, Tyler Perry, the same man who once gave Meghan and Harry shelter during their royal escape, may now be the reason Harry ran. Insiders claim Perry has hours of private footage, recorded during their stay at his estate, and what's allegedly on those tapes could destroy everything the Sussexes built. No warning, no control, just the threat of exposure.
Poor old Meghan, in terms of this lavish wedding in Venice. Would love to be there myself, by the way. I didn't make the guest list either. But Meghan will be dying a bit inside over this, no doubt about it.
And Perry, he hasn't said a word. But what's inside that vault could flip the entire story. Tyler Perry gave Harry and Meghan a home when they fled the palace. But insiders now claim he recorded everything. Over 17 hours of private footage. Not just casual clips. We're talking personal rants, media planning, and raw, unfiltered moments. Allegedly, some of it shows the couple rehearsing interviews and crafting their public image, the opposite of the authenticity they're known for. No one knows why Perry filmed it. Maybe protection, maybe revenge. But if those tapes leak, it could shatter their brand.
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard, and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
The beginning of that clip where she's like, oh my God, yeah, it's like, it's so inauthentic.
And the worst part? Perry hasn't said a word. Tyler Perry wasn't just a friend. He was family. He gave them shelter, kept the press away, and even became godfather to their daughter. Meghan once called him her guardian angel. But when Perry faced a massive $260 million lawsuit, everything changed. Sources say Meghan's team began quietly erasing him. Shoutouts deleted, podcast mentions gone, even public thanks vanished. To Perry's circle, it looked like betrayal. And that's when things reportedly shifted. What was once a sanctuary may have become a ticking time bomb. Because now the man who once protected them is the one holding all the cards. And next, the fallout. Hollywood's turning cold, and the Sussex empire is starting to shake.
All love, girl. She didn't invite you to the concert.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
It didn't take long for the cracks to show. That $100 million Netflix deal? Sources say it's been slashed to just $20 million. Some projects were canned before filming even started. Meghan's podcast, quietly delayed. Her lifestyle brand, stalled. Her cooking show, early feedback called it stiff, disconnected, like someone trying to be Oprah without the spark. Even Harry's speaking gigs are thinning out. Events canceled, invitations pulled. Hollywood, once obsessed with the Sussexes, is backing away. Not out of hate, but fear. No one wants to be caught in the blast zone if those tapes come out. And next, inside their Montecito mansion, where silence, tension, and paranoia are replacing the dream, behind the gates of their $14 million Montecito estate, the vibe has shifted, drastically. Sources say the house feels less like a home, more like a bunker. Staff have been let go. Meetings are off-site. NDAs are being rewritten, tighter than ever. Security rotations have increased. Trusted allies, now being watched. Insiders describe Meghan as more guarded, more distant. The confidence replaced by caution. And with big donors pulling back and brand deals stalling, even their nonprofit, Archewell, is feeling the squeeze. There's fear, not just of leaks, but of collapse. The Montecito mansion, the sprawling $14 million estate that once symbolized a fresh start, has become a heavy weight around their necks. It's not just the dazzling size or the celebrity neighbors. The upkeep alone is staggering. Sky-high property taxes, 24/7 elite-level security, constant maintenance, and staff salaries add up to a fortune. And with their income sources drying up, the financial pressure is mounting fast. That once celebrated $100 million Netflix deal, now reportedly slashed to just $20 million, isn't enough to cover the lifestyle they built around it. Several highly anticipated projects were canceled before they even began filming. And the quiet delays of Meghan's podcast and Harry's solo endeavors mean cash flow has slowed to a trickle. Meghan's brand, which once promised a new kind of empowering lifestyle empire, is stalling. The cooking show, her hoped-for comeback, received lukewarm reviews, with some insiders calling it awkward and out of touch. The follow-up podcast is still in limbo, with no release date or marketing plan in sight. Harry's public appearances, including speaking engagements, have thinned noticeably. Invitations have been quietly rescinded, and some events postponed or canceled without explanation. This slowdown in visibility is hurting not only their reputation, but their wallets. Adding to the strain, Archewell, their nonprofit foundation, is reportedly facing funding challenges. Major donors who once embraced the Sussex brand are hesitating now, uncertain about investing in a project that feels unstable and unpredictable. Without these crucial donations, the foundation's future looks shaky. Whispers inside their circle suggest a grim possibility. Foreclosure on the Montecito estate isn't impossible anymore. Not today, some say, but the threat looms closer than anyone expected. Without a major income rebound, the glamorous dream they sold to the world could quickly unravel. This financial squeeze is more than numbers on a spreadsheet. It's shifting the entire energy around Meghan and Harry. The confidence and boldness that once fueled their moves are being replaced by caution and concern. The pressure isn't just about money, it's about survival. And as the dollars dwindle, the looming question grows louder. Can the Sussex brand withstand the storm coming from Tyler Perry's tapes? What's on those tapes? That's the question everyone's asking. Insiders who've reportedly glimpsed parts of the footage say it's nothing short of explosive. These aren't staged interviews or polished sound bites. It's raw, unfiltered moments that reveal a side of Meghan and Harry the public has never seen. Sources claim the recordings show the couple rehearsing media appearances, carefully scripting their talking points and plotting how to control the narrative. Moments of frustration, anger, and sharp disagreements reportedly surface, far from the open, vulnerable image they've portrayed. One insider described the footage as shocking because it contradicts the image of authenticity and truth-telling that the Sussex brand depends on. Instead, it paints a picture of calculated media manipulation, where every word and emotion was crafted to serve a specific story. If even a fraction of this leaks, it could unravel the carefully built story of victimhood and transparency that Meghan and Harry have leaned on. The public might start to see them not as brave truth-tellers, but as actors playing a role, a realization that could devastate their reputation. And it's not just about public perception. The fallout could jeopardize lucrative deals, partnerships, and future projects. Brands don't want controversy. They want trust. And trust, insiders say, is exactly what's at risk. The Sussex narrative, once seen as bold and inspiring, could be exposed as something far more fragile. What makes this situation even more precarious is the uncertainty. No one knows when, or even if, these tapes will be released. The silence from Tyler Perry only fuels speculation and fear. And next, the silence from Perry himself. Why his quiet could be the Sussex's loudest threat. In the middle of this storm, Tyler Perry's silence stands out like a deafening roar. No denials, no reassurances, no hint of what's coming next. Just total, unbroken quiet. For Meghan and Harry, this silence is like a ticking time bomb. It's countdown impossible to predict, but impossible to ignore. Industry insiders reveal that multiple major media networks have approached Perry, some offering multi-million-dollar deals for exclusive access to those rumored tapes, deals that could make or break reputations overnight. But Perry hasn't taken the bait, at least publicly. This radio silence isn't accidental. It's a calculated move. In the world of celebrity power plays, timing is everything. Holding back can be a strategy to maximize impact, to keep the other side guessing, to maintain leverage. And Perry's silence has the Sussex team on edge. No one knows what's next. Whether Perry will hold the footage forever, release it quietly, or drop it all at once in a dramatic reveal. Legally, the situation is murky. Some experts argue Perry owns the footage outright, filmed on his property, with Harry and Meghan possibly aware. Others believe privacy protections might block public release or limit its use. But legal battles take time, and time is something the Sussex camp doesn't feel they have. The uncertainty is suffocating. Behind the scenes, Meghan and Harry's team has moved into crisis mode. Staff are signing new, tighter, non-disclosure agreements. Meetings have gone underground, sometimes off-site to avoid unwanted ears. Security has been ramped up around their Montecito estate. More guards, more surveillance, more strict visitor screening. Those who were once close confidants are now treated with suspicion. Loyalty is questioned. Paranoia seeps in. The silence from Perry is fueling this fear. Without knowing when or if the tapes will emerge, Meghan and Harry are forced to live in constant anticipation of a public fallout they cannot control. The power dynamic has shifted. For years, the Sussexes controlled their narrative with precision. But now, a single man's silence holds that control hostage. And in this game, not knowing what's coming, or when it will come, is the most dangerous weapon. It's a waiting game. But for Meghan and Harry, every second of silence feels like a step closer to disaster, because sometimes what is left unsaid speaks louder than any headline. Meghan and Harry's story was once one of reinvention, a bold leap away from tradition toward a new, authentic life. But now sources say that narrative feels fragile, slipping through their fingers like sand. The confidence they once wore like armor has given way to caution and quiet desperation. Their inner circle has shrunk, trusted allies have stepped back, and the glow of Hollywood's spotlight is dimming. Financial pressures, stalled projects, and creeping distrust have turned their Montecito mansion into more of a fortress than a home. And looming over it all is Tyler Perry's silence, a silence that speaks louder than any statement ever could. Whether he chooses to release those tapes or not, the damage is already underway. The Sussex brand, once hailed as a symbol of truth and courage, now faces its greatest test. Because in the world of fame and power, control is everything. And right now, Meghan and Harry might just be losing it.